to welcome our platinum sponsors to the stage. We are honored today that Kiran Kodithala is here, who's the President and CEO of N2N, and he's going to offer their perspective on the work that they are doing across the country to bring AI to the higher education sector. So the stage is yours.
Hello everyone. I'm not sure if I can follow Secretary Bridges' great presentation for two reasons. One is obviously for somehow in my travels I spoiled my throat, but that's not the only reason. Secretary Bridges was so articulate and explained the real focus of where we are right now in higher education. There's a changing landscape across the board from the federal level, state level, fiscal climate, and just the general level of uncertainty around economy and all the issues. And I think one of the greatest things that people talk about with humans in general and how dinosaurs or others did not survive is that our ability to adapt, our ability to persevere, and our ability to overcome these issues. And the only way we can know how we will pursue or persevere is on times like this. So I'm hopeful that some of the stuff that I'm talking about with respect to AI can be truly valuable. So let's take Secretary Bridges' example of fraud of Ashley, where we're all focused on serving good students like Ashley to make sure that every student gets into the classes they need and make sure that they get into it. So N2N is an integration platform company. We've been serving higher education for 15 years. And over the last 15 years, we served over 425 colleges to integrate student information system, learning management system, and others. Last year, we launched our LightleapAI product, and one of the first things we identified is what's called fraud detection. So as part of the fraud detection platform, we realized that community colleges are especially vulnerable to these hackers and fraudsters trying to defraud higher education. Whether we like it or not, every one of our social security numbers, date of birth, last names, and first names are on dark web. Anybody who has a basic understanding of dark web, they can go and secure it, take our student information system, student data, and apply as us to community colleges to not only apply for financial aid, but also register for courses because community colleges are by definition equal access and open access. We were approached by this problem in California where Foothill de Anza College has started asking us, can we use the power of AI to stop fraud? So as a result of that, over the last 8 months, we detected and eliminated over 360,000 students from defrauding community colleges. Over the last 8 months, we've worked with 39 colleges and implemented Lightleap in many of those colleges. And this model is working extremely well in the most accurate manner. This fraud detection model stops the fraudsters from even applying for colleges. As soon as they apply, we catch the fraudster by using our admissions fraud model, which looks at every single field of admissions application and identifies whether it's a fraud or not. And when they register, we run through the model to identify if this student is registered like a typical student would on a specific course that they expect from them. Are they following specific fraudster patterns? And eventually, before you dole out financial aid, our model looks at every single piece of data on the FAFSA, ICER, and PAL application and make sure that the student, only eligible students like Ashley, can get into the classes they need. Eligible students are only able to take the financial aid data, and that's why AI can be truly valuable. From an adaptability perspective, it's a system-wide approach that we are truly excited about, where we can use a system-wide approach for New Jersey so that instead of each institution working at one institution or another, just like these 48 plus colleges in California are able to take advantage of the system, you can also work together to catch frauds. The AI product, we talk about adaptability, resilience, and perseverance. AI is the definition of adaptability, resilience, and perseverance because every time an institution uses our model, we kind of collect some core metrics that would allow the next school to advantage of that. That's why in California, when a fraudster uses the same IP address or phone number or email address to apply for Lienza and West Valley and Los Rios, when Los Rios, it will say this IP address was used by a fraudster at 3 other colleges in the last 6 months. This email address was used by the fraudster at another colleges. And this is the reason why this model is truly successful. Sorry, I'm distracted by slides. So where we are going as part of this model is going from a reactive approach that we have right now to what's called an agentic approach, where the agents are actively listening to see if this application is fraud or not, this registration is fraud or not, and financial is fraud or not, but not only just putting holds on them, but actually sending them challenges so that student doesn't even go from admissions to enrollment. The outcome that you get out of this is the fact that our focus, just like yours, is to make sure that only good students get admitted, only non-fraudulent students get admitted, only non-fraudulent students can enroll in classes, and only non-fraudulent students can apply for financial aid. And we've been able to work with it, and I'm 99% accuracy model using the power of AI. So in this situation of decreasing financial climate, increasing political pressures, the only way we see AI can be truly valuable is to increase efficiencies, so that instead of taking tens of people to catch frauds by checking Google Maps or calling phone numbers or email addresses, use the power of AI to catch them. Use the power of AI to put holes on them. Use the power of agentic AI to stop them from even registering for courses. Use the power of agentic AI like Lightly to be able to stop them from applying for financial aid. We have 2 other use cases that we feel like are supremely extremely helpful for New Jersey community colleges. One of them is apprenticeship tracking, and where, just like California, you're trying to track apprentices by using whether they're doing carpentry courses or welding courses from different apprenticeship systems. And it takes a lot of work to look at their transcript, match the requirements, look at their master reports and match them. So with AI, we built a system that allows us to take the assets that the student submitted and match them against requirements and build a report that looks like a degree audit. But this report doesn't require any tuning or formatting. It uses the assets that are already available at your institution. It's been piloted by San Diego Canyon College in California with remarkable results, where they have like a 3-year backlog of transcripts that they were trying to process. With our model, within 3 months, we were able to process all 3 years worth of data and able to give them degree results on it. And the result of this is extremely helpful, right? It's not, instead of serving only students that are enrolled in classes, if we can expand it to adult learners so that we can focus on providing more credentials and more degrees using the power of AI without spending too much resources, we feel like that will be extremely helpful. And there's a couple other use cases as well, where we have implemented a regular substantive interaction, where we are helping institutions use the power of AI to look at the students' progression and make sure that the students are learning the online courses as effectively as they can. And the last model that I'm going to talk about, and I know that you all have sessions to attend to, and I don't want to impact Aaron's schedule here, is transcript processing. So a lot of institutions get just transcripts from different places. Some institutions we are serving institutions serving rising scholars or incarcerated learners, where the learners are sending their transcripts or handwritten assignments, handwritten documents. We have implemented an AI system that can ingest any document, including handwritten document that would read a doctor, they call it a doctor's handwriting, and extract the text out of it with 99% accuracy. And we're using that to do many things. One is transcript articulation, where it reads the transcript and matches the transcript data to articulate it across the campus. And ultimately, our goal is to focus on student acceleration by doing many things. One is looking at structured data like transcripts, but also unstructured data like assignments, handwritten applications, handwritten letters, and read it and match it to their assessment using the power of AI. So this OCR extraction is only possible because of AI-powered tools like Lightleap, because of two reasons. One is Lightleap itself is not just a ChatGPT type system that is only open source, or it has a ability to take your data and post it to their learning models. Lightleap is a closed ecosystem where each institution gets a private tenant of AI, where all your data stays within the private tenant. But also it saves your data so that your PII information, whether it's your social security numbers, last name, date of birth, is restricted in your PII Lightleap environment that gives you the GPT or Grok or Claude experience without losing the security of the data. But most importantly, it allows you to do more things that are mundane or manual or unnecessary and delegate them to AI so that you do more human-friendly stuff. Your instructors are focused more on serving the students. Your advisors are acting as life coaches so that students can get true advising from them instead of advisor reading the transcripts, reading the advising reports, and the like. And ultimately, provide the care that the student needs as soon as possible. And that's why this is a cool ending to this, where students can submit requests from multiple places, and most institutions takes anywhere from 2 hours to 2 days for them to find the data. And Mission Valley came to us with this problem where students are submitting things like, I'm homeless, I need a home. I have been abused, I have this shortness of food. As part of their CCC Cares approach, we built an AI system that allows the institutions to divert resources as quickly as possible, as immediately as possible, so that we can help use the power of AI to give them the same services we get from a bank or Amazon.com or Microsoft.com or Google.com without spending the billions of dollars they have. So going back to our problem we have, which is increasing financial pressures, increasing complexity, and increasing turmoil, but our focus on serving every Ashley there is, every Patrick that is trying to get their apprenticeship degree as quickly as possible, every incarcerated learner that is trying to make sure that he can, when he or she gets out of prison, they can go succeed in life. We can use tools like LightleapAI to truly make this dream happen without breaking the bank. So if you want to learn more about it, please stop by our session here. Our Sherlock and Holmes of Lightleap fraud detection are here. Ketan and Sai Gupta. They're going to talk about a nice story of a mystery of a phantom student, which is a phantom student can be a good student that's unable to get into their classes, or a fraudulent student hiding behind your social security number. Fraudulent student that's defrauding potentially your wife or son or daughter's financial security by applying on their behalf and causing wrecking havoc on their schedule. Aaron, thank you so much for giving me the time to speak to you all. Truly appreciate the honor. It's our first time here, and I'm looking forward to be here every year from now on. Thank you.